Should you become a life coach? How does one know if they should become a life coach? I don't know, but I have become one and I'm going to share with you my personal experience of becoming a life coach and the honest truth of how it has been. And maybe then from my story, you can gather some information and apply that to your personal experience. So, hello, welcome to this video. My name is Sarah, and I first started off in getting my life coaching certificate a year ago. So the reason that I got into life coaching was that I'm from Ireland and I was living and working in America for 3 years in the fitness area and in the hospitality area. And that visa came to an end, so I was going to move back to Ireland. So I was at a decision moment in my life where I got to think, what is next for me? What would I like to do? And I actually hired a life coach at that time to help me through this transition, which seemed like a really big area of stress as I had many decisions to make. I had decisions of where am I going to live next? What am I going to do with my relationship in America because I'm going to be moving away? It's going to be a long distance. What am I going to do next as a career? I had all of these questions of what I want to do with my life. So it was really beneficial for me to have a life coach at that time. And what that life coach really helped me to do was to just slow down and to take it step by step and to become more conscious and aware of what it is that I actually want, what it is I was saying that I wanted, and what I was actually doing, and was what I was doing adding up and taking me to where I actually wanted to go. So I felt stuck and really in that cycle of not knowing what I wanted. So it really did help me to gain more clarity in my life and to be able to think and reflect of what I do want and have those great questions asked for me. So from this experience, it really made me think of almost my first session of, I want to do this, I can do this, I could become a coach. But I felt too embarrassed to actually say that to my life coach at the time because I was afraid of her judgment and thinking, well, she may think, who am I to say I want to be a coach when this is like literally my first coaching session. So anyway, I went through some of that coaching, and then I decided that actually I'm going to take a coaching certificate online to see if this is for me. And I decided to look up one that was a low cost because I wasn't ready to make a big investment into this. I really just wanted to explore, and I knew that I would have some extra time as I would no longer be working. I would be moving home to Ireland, so I would have more time to really explore this arena. So I actually ended up taking a course from IAP courses. I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check that out. It was, I believe, 150 euro or dollars, which was the best of the best prices that I saw for life coaching degree, and it was a 6 weeks and take it as a self-paced course. And when I was going through this course information, it really described what a life coach was, and the description of that coach was basically someone who's going to help you from where you are now to where you want to go, and to help you to if you are feeling stuck or at a blockage, to take you more so away from that blockage and let you see the bigger picture and be able to navigate and move through those blockages. And the different areas that this course described life coaches and being in was in career, was in relationships, general, spirituality, business, and there were so many different areas. So as I was going through this, I really just focused on studying. It took a little bit longer than the 6 weeks. I probably took about 2 months as I was living in Ireland, and then I was traveling to America to come and visit my boyfriend at the time. So I was doing travel while I was also studying as well to become a life coach, and just to explore, is this really something I'm interested in getting more into? And it really felt like energizing to learn this information and exciting, and I was applying some of it to my own life. And a lot of things that I was learning coaches just made so many light bulb moments and made so much sense to me, because I had previously worked as a personal trainer for 4 years when I was in Ireland, and for some time when I was in America and the United States too. So with my experience as personal training and teaching classes, I had already experienced a lot of people come to me and ask me questions and ask for advice, But more so, what I noticed that people were asking one thing but needing another thing. So for example, people were asking me what is the quickest way for them to lose weight, or what is the quickest way for them to get abs, or what is the best exercise to grow their glutes. But really what they actually were wanting was to build more confidence. They wanted to know how to actually be consistent in your training, to turn up to the gym, because that's what it takes to have these results. How can they actually be accountable to themselves or to their trainer? How can they actually stick to their goals? How can they have the confidence to wear the gym gear, to walk into the gym, to perform a new exercise? So I really saw a lot of this, what that was going on in the gym, and was really curious about it. I didn't so much know how to help people at the time with it, but in going through this coaching, I thought I can help people with this. I can help people with, their confidence, especially in the gym, with becoming accountable, with lining up their actions with what they say they're going to do, with actually going to do what they want. Because my life had been an example of that as well, in being told and when you're at home and you go from school to college, and then it's expected of you to go to work and then to have a family and to get married. For me, I just wanted to scrap all that and just make my own path, and to just go along with it, and to just value more so joy and happiness and having fun. So I chose a different path in my life. I chose to study to become a personal trainer for a couple of years. I just wanted to get that over with, really, the studying, because I really did not enjoy a lot of my school years or that way of education. So then after that, I actually travelled around Europe, and then I moved abroad to America, and brought me back anyway full circle to be interested again in this coaching, which I guess part of it I was already doing as a personal trainer. So after I finished this course, I realised that I had a lot of fears myself to become a coach and to be seen as a coach. I was scared to create videos online. I was scared to tell people I'm a coach. I didn't know what kind of coach I wanted to be. So I instantly knew that I needed more help with this. And I knew when I was a personal trainer and had took the 2-year sport and leisure management course and personal training course, I knew that at the end of those 2 years, it was still very difficult for me to navigate being a personal trainer, because I did need more help. I needed more guidance, maybe from someone who was already a personal trainer, or with my own confidence in that area. And I didn't seek it. I was angry that I should have learned this in my 2 years and I didn't, so I just have to do this by myself. And you know what, I did it. I'd done personal training for 4 years. Had I have got more help, I probably would have been successful earlier, and I probably would have been a lot more successful in having more clients and earning more money, and in having more, time freedom. So I didn't want to make that mistake again with coaching. So straight away I enrolled in a course, and the course that I enrolled in was HPC coaching, and that was a bit of a much bigger investment. That was actually about 6,000. So that was a much bigger investment, and that was the biggest investment I've ever made in my life, which felt terrifying at the time. And I thought, oh my goodness. And this course gave me the option to pay, I can't remember if it's 5,000 or 6,000 actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, but let's say 6 for now. It might have actually been cheaper. But I had an option to pay, let's say, in installments, so roughly 2,000 or less per month. And I think I had the first month's payment, and I really just took that leap and said, okay, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to find the money for the next months, because this is something I really want help with, and something I'm really passionate about doing and becoming, and I really want that help and to be held by the hand and be taken through this experience. So I invested in it. I took up 2 jobs in Ireland in hospitality to be able to pay off the remaining of my course, while I was working in Ireland for a while and still traveling back and forth to the United States to see my my boyfriend, which then turned into my fiance. So I was going through all of that, and going through this course was very confronting. It actually made me realize that I had a lot of fear about being seen. I had I didn't feel very worthy. I was actually still feeling and going through a lot of these things myself, as this is, and not feeling super confident because it's something new. Becoming a coach is super new, and when we approach something new, oftentimes we do not feel confident with it because we do not have experience with it. So it requires courage to lean into that fear to become that. So I was going through all of these steps and processes, and I met it was a group coaching program, so I got to connect with lots of other people who were coaches, which was a big appeal for me because I really did want to do a course with other coaches. Especially I did want other successful coaches to be there to talk and learn from them, rather than, because I like to take advice from people who are where I want to be, not who are struggling with the same issues as me. Anyway, so I went through that course. It was 3 months long. I learned a lot about myself, went through a lot of growth in that experience, actually built the courage to be seen online as a coach, to tell people I was a coach, to start creating content on LinkedIn and to build my LinkedIn up to about 1,000 subscribers. I built the courage to go live on my YouTube channel, and I built that up to almost 2,000, and I actually start contributing a lot more to my Facebook group and build it up to over 20,000. So I really did gain a lot from this course, and I've done some collaborations with other coaches. Now the clients, that's the funny part. So did I have any clients? I actually had clients that I was helping for free. I had one that I kept long term. And honestly, what I was doing was working for free or else helping other coaches and trading sessions. But I felt like that really didn't build up my confidence and my courage in coaching that much, because I felt still afraid of judgment to be coaching another coach, because I felt like still like I don't have a lot of experience in this, I'm not very good at this, was going through a lot of those things as well. So anyway, that all happened, and then after that I decided that okay, I'm just going to I was trying to basically go in overdrive, like structure my day from jam packing it full, from do this collaboration, speak with this coach, do this coaching work, do this video. So I was like not practicing what I preach in helping clients to have more self-love and to have more space in their life and more peace and more joy. I was basically stressing myself out. So after doing that for a period of time, I actually decided that I didn't want to have one-on-one clients anymore, because I still had to get through some more blocks in my own life of fear of committing to things for a long time and into not having freedom, because I was giving up a lot of my time and my energy and actually not getting anything in return. So I was actually having no money left, and after I paid off for this whole course, I was left with no money, and I still had a life and wanted to be able to still come over to America to visit and still be able to live and do things with my friends. So I actually went back to working again after taking a break from work, and I went back to working in hospitality again. And I took a bit of a more step back from coaching and decided I'm just going to make some content. So I really just made some content on LinkedIn and on YouTube, and found that I actually didn't want to coach one-on-one, which has led me to now. And now I'm still just navigating and figuring out for myself. But what I realized actually from all this experience is that I feel like myself and a lot of other coaches, what we do is we want to help people, we want to coach people, we want to make this world a better place, we want to make a change. And oftentimes we want to do this from a good place because we have really overcome many things in our life. Maybe for me, for an example, like I've overcome, let's say, heartbreak, or overcome living a life that I think I should, to living a life that I wanted to and on my own terms, and being able to travel and experience new things, and to having very low confidence as a child, and then being able to work as a personal trainer to get over those steps and over that fear, to really build my own confidence and doing crazy tasks in public, such as lying down on the floor or high-fiving strangers. And a lot of us, I think, come from a good place and we want to help people. But what I often think with coaches and with myself was that we want to help people for a reason, and maybe we don't know the reason at the time, but the reason may be that we want to be recognized for helping people. We might want to feel worthy for helping people, and maybe that's not the best reason, because we're not actually just wanting to help them from an overflow. We're more so helping them because we want a need to be met. And that's something I realized recently, that maybe I wasn't helping people from my overflow of already loving my life and being in joy and everything being great. Maybe I was helping people to get a need met. So and I think myself as a coach and other coaches, we maybe might avoid doing some of that work ourselves or doing some of that inner work. And instead we're taking courses, yes, but we're taking courses to know how to help other people, rather than taking the course to first help ourselves and then become that and then help other people. So an example of this is, if I take a course onto, let's say, help someone to help someone with self-love, okay, so I'm learning all the tools and then I'm passing them on to them. I'm saying, you should meditate, you should journal, you should do this, okay, so I'm giving them the right information. But what if instead I took a course on self-love and I'd done the practices? What if I journaled? What if I meditated? What if I decided to embody being more slow in my life, and then as the embodiment of that, then from my overflow, coach that, and was just already a role model for that, because that's who I was being in my life, rather than learning information and passing it on. So that's something that I realized recently as well, that maybe I wasn't actually exactly doing in my own life, which led me to actually realizing that maybe it's time for me to do some more inner work on myself and to focus on myself for a period of time, and to really start to embody the knowledge that I know, that I've learned from coaching, that I've learned from life coaching courses, that I've learned from books, and really take that time to embody it by doing the journal and prompts myself, by doing the meditation myself, by applying the applications to my life, and then in that way be able to share with you my own journey and from my overflow, and to more so take you through the journey rather than just preaching something. Instead, I want to walk the walk and then talk the talk, not talk the talk and not walk the walk. So it's really led me on a full circle. So that's been for me my life coaching experience. Super honest with you. It's a little embarrassing in some ways that I felt like I wasn't successful at it, but then I've started to realize that actually it was a success, because I learned a lot from this journey, and it's led me back full circle to maybe actually take the help myself first, which I know a lot of us coaches don't like to ask for help. So it's really taken me back full circle to maybe take the help, focus on my own joy, focus on my own life, and share some of the journey, share some of my learning, share some of my breakthroughs, be more of an embodiment rather than just talking the talk. So led me to here. This is not the end of my coaching journey. I have a feeling that this is just the start of me really walking into my power in it, but I am taking some more time just to do my own inner work, which I feel like every coach should do that first and should walk through the door first, instead of telling other people, here you are, here's the door, walk through it. That's what I think anyway. So I would love to hear what your experience is, if you are a coach, or if you're wanting to be a coach, or if you have any more questions on this topic, do feel free to leave them in the comment section, and do like and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it. Bye for now.